Well, hello, Capricorn for January. So, Capricorn, it looks like you have a lot going on here. Capricorn, your first card that comes up for you for January, okay? And then I'll do a briefing on what summarizes your month. But first of all, your first card that comes up is, in fact, the three. It's the Three of Cups. So, with the Three of Cups, it definitely talks about your happiness is infectious. Like you're uplifting a lot of people. You definitely help other people to get over their depression, their sadness, their indecisiveness or confusion. It also shows really that with the Three of Cups, you feel an urge kind of to share your joy with a lot of people, either your friends, your relatives. You're definitely feeling kind of playful in the month of January, where everything just seems like a lot of fun. Others of you are genuinely um, happy altogether, like on a regular basis, like you're content with your life itself. Yes, you'd like to make some changes, it shows, but it also shows that there are some decisions for you to make as well in the month of January. Now, also with the Three of Cups, it talks about how you're willing to celebrate your good fortune. And a lot of people are willing to celebrate it with you. So with the Three of Cups, it talks about getting together, maybe focusing on just what things are good in your life right now instead of focusing on the negative. So Capricorn, you have a very positive outlook for the month of January. Now, when we get into the Seven of Cups, which is your next card, this is talking about your hopes and your dreams. The Seven of Cups is when you kind of explore what dreams you have. You explore your hopes, your wishes, your fantasies. So you're definitely looking very much into what's coming in the near future. You're very excited about extending your family or extending your hand out, reaching out to somebody else to try to bring inspiration to others. With the Seven of Cups, you have to decide whether your feelings are based on reality or on a projection that is a result of feeling dissatisfied or incomplete. It is going to be up to you to decide on what you're going to base your feelings on the reality of what's really happening right now, accepting life on life's terms, or you're going to feel dissatisfied or incomplete because, okay, you may not have everything that you want right now, but I can see, Capricorn, that you have everything you need. And you have all the skills and tools that you need to change things and move further, especially where career is concerned. Finances are about to go up. Finances are about to improve as well. Now, some of you, there is a need to communicate about your restlessness. There is a need for you to tell other people maybe that you don't want to be, and this could be for your partner, that you don't want to be their option. You want to be their choice. You're trying to stand out or do things to make them realize, you know what, I'm good enough to be your wife. I'm good enough to be your husband. I'm good enough to take care of you. I'm good enough to support the family. I'm good enough to be there for you. But you're definitely, with the Seven of Cups, trying to show or explore your hopes and dreams, your wishes, your fantasies, to try to make your life more exciting, more happy, more stable. I get it. The last cups that came up for you is actually the Eight of Cups. So when we talk about the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups is a little bit more, well, it's kind of looking off into the distance. When you see the Eight of Cups, there's a little bit of shadow around you. There's something that you might be afraid of, or it might be something that you're feeling that maybe something's different. You might be feeling that, there is a fear here. There definitely could be a fear. When we're talking about this fear, however, it can kind of bring you to another place. It kind of makes you feel with the Eight of Cups that even though you appear stable, you do appear stable in the situation. However, with this particular card, you're viewing something as less than satisfactory. You're feeling kind of down or not having a lot of faith in a situation. You feel an urge to move forward, to explore the unknown, or the unknown territory even. You're not sure where to go. Something for you feels like it's unknown, like you don't know the answers. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know how they're feeling. It could also mean that there's a rift in your current relationship, with both of you kind of going your separate ways right now. It is a temporary place that you both are going right now. It is temporary, but it is going to be the time that is needed to get yourself collected, to figure out what your next move is, to try to understand how you're feeling about everything around you. Some of you are dissatisfied with a situation at work, or wanting to improve your level, wanting to improve your status, wanting to improve your title, wanting to improve your knowledge. And a lot of you are trying to get things in order that way so that you can feel more secure to move forward in a relationship, so that you have something to bring to the table, so that you can repair the credit for some of you that was damaged in the past. Some of you are panicking over that particular situation. Now, as we move forward, for some of you, you're definitely feeling that there's a burden somehow. You're taking on more responsibility maybe than you signed up for. A lot of you also are working on your resilience, but at the same time, you're being very persistent. Happiness is going to be aligned very soon for you. Your alignment is coming in with satisfaction. So in other words, you're going to feel very satisfied in the next move, challenges, or decisions or choices that you decide to make coming up. You have a very calm and intuitive, compassionate side about you right now. There's something that you're yearning or wanting so badly to be able to feel emotionally. You're trying to get that emotional balance as well. For some of you, you might have escaped a disappointment that was a setback for you, but somehow you finally can look at it in a different way, in a different angle, and realize that this disappointment that may have put you down is now bringing you up and up. It's helping you to understand the difference between reality and fantasy. Some of you, your imagination has gotten you into that situation that you were in, has gotten you into that relationship, and had you stay in that relationship because your fantasy of it, your imagination of it, is what created this, what you called beautiful, perfect relationship, because you kept allowing your fantasies to change the reality to what you wanted it to be, not to keep it at what it was, what it truly was. For some of you, you're wanting the nostalgia, you're wanting the innocence of the situation, of the relationship. Some of you had to deal with a loss and are regretting something, or regretting the loss of something or someone. At the same time, a lot of you allowed your insecurities to create the worry for you. You allowed the insecurities to make you feel less than. A lot of you now are collaborating, possibly teamwork, maybe with something with work, something with a relationship, something in your finances, something as far as moving, purchasing a new home, a new vehicle, something of a purchase as well. You're adapting very well now to your surroundings. For some of you, you've been single for so long, or you've been separated from this person for so long, you're now starting to adapt. And you know what usually happens once you adapt to that situation is they come back in. And then you're flipped upside down. You don't know what to do now because you were getting a steady balance. You were adapting to the situation. There was a calmness that came over you. And then they came back in and flipped you upside down. Now it's like this. I don't know what to do. I don't know where this is going. I don't know if they're going to be different. I don't know if they're really going to commit this time. You're worried about all this. Some of you, again, as I said, is going back to redo your education, increase your education. Some of you will be looking forward to an engagement coming up. This could happen between January and February. Some of you are definitely trying to manifest something new, maybe a new enterprise, a new job, a new career, maybe your own business. Capricorns, for the month of January, you are feeling down to earth. You have this motherly side of you or fatherly side of you. You have this area that is disciplined in controlling your urges or your desires to go elsewhere or look elsewhere, but you're still wanting at the same time this happiness, this romantic balance. For some of you, synchronicity, your creative style, your ideas are definitely moving up. They're coming forward. For some of you, there's a very good friendship around you. Somebody that you can talk to. You can explain yourself better. They understand you. This even could be the opposite sex, but it's somebody who's a very good friend to you. It is not a friendship with benefits. It is not that relationship. This is somebody who's just very good and kind to you. They listen. They give you an opinion from the opposite sex as well. They help you to understand what it is that you're feeling. You do have some type of attraction to this person, but it may not be in a sexual kind of way. It is in more of a respect kind of way. A lot of you are going to experience the harmony in your home coming up for the month of January. For some of you, there may be disagreements in your marriage or your relationship. For some of you, being single, you're working on increasing your self-confidence. You're working on progressing to the next level. For some of you, your eyes are open and wanting something new to come in. You're wanting a relationship, but at the same time, you are accepting. The single Capricorns, you are accepting your life on its terms right now for what it is. You're believing that change is coming. You're believing that there is somebody for you to meet, and there is a perfect someone out there for you. Right now, travel is going to be on your mind as well. For some of you, especially the single ones, there is travel or going back toward family or a reunion. For some of you, you're dealing still with some conflict. There's issues that need to be resolved. Something needs to be forgiven and let go. It's holding you back. It's defeating your purpose. For a lot of you, you're dealing with tension everywhere. For some of you, the betrayal, the deception is too much for you. Don't isolate yourself. Don't allow yourself to be stuck in a position. Okay? Don't create imprisonment for yourself. You deserve better than that. For a lot of you, the Magician card is going to be very important to you. And with the Magician card, I just feel like there is more than what you think coming. There is definitely more than magic. There's definitely more than magic here. I also feel like there's going to be some type of, I want to say diamond. There's some type of diamond in the rough. There's something that's being creative that is going to help you to understand more of what's around you. I also think that with the Magician, you're going to be able to realize that you have the power within you to create so many different things. You have the power to be able to understand the difference. There's going to be a lot of differences here for you. There's going to be things that create different emotions for you. Your feelings, your creativity. Also, having the Magician card, you are going to stand up for yourself finally in this situation. A lot of you may be worried about material possessions, worrying about how you can conquer something that is of value to you. Some of you are putting away things that may be memorabilia, maybe something that is left down to you through a trust or through an inheritance, something that you're going to want to take care of or protect. Some of you are definitely waiting and struggling with a certain situation. But I can tell you There should be, for a lot of you Capricorns, both single, married, there's definitely, there's a balance here. There's a balance that's trying to show you what the real value of something that you either have or had. The number 2 comes up very, very important for you as well. And I don't know what this number 2 is about, other than I see like the 2 of Pentacles. And with the 2 of Pentacles, it just feels like the 2 of Pentacles could put a bond together for you. It could also help you to create and to understand that it's not about one, but it's about 2. And meaning that you'll do better when your partner returns. It gives you a sense of balance here. I also feel like the number 2 is very lucky for you in a lot of senses, because I keep hearing birds, 2 birds. So it's kind of like 2 doves or 2 lovebirds. For some of you, there's going to be an objective here. What I get with the objective is that there's so many different visions for you. During the month of January, let me just say, you know, when you talk about like the Egyptian god Thoth, when you know Thoth, Thoth, the god of wisdom, magic, writing, and insight, all of that creativity, Capricorn, is all around you. You know, the Star card, which comes up very strong for you as well. And the Star card is really a lot to do with a card of magic. The Star card can definitely show you a lot of amazing places, a lot of ways that you can go. With this Star card, or for some of you, this could definitely be almost like manifestation. I feel like this is going to be something that is going to show you the way. There is something that's coming up. And this thing that's coming up for you is going to be out of the ordinary. It is going to be unexpected, but it is going to create an amazing balance for you. It's also something that's going to show you the light. It's going to show you the way. So when you're feeling kind of stuck, like you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, you don't know what's coming next, you don't know how to react or respond, I can tell you with the Star card, okay, and for some of you who need to remember what the Star card looks like, this Star card is magic. It's the key to manifesting and the future being revealed to you. You know, this is definitely associated with the Egyptian god. Like I said, it is the god of wisdom. This card comes up so strong for you, talking about you're able to write like you've never written before. The insight that you have, your point of view, your perspective of things is quite different than other people's. You know, there's a lot of things going on as well. And when I talk about there's hope here. I don't want you to feel like something's not working out for your best, because it is for your good that there is going to be a balance here. This balance is going to create something new. There is a lot of pentacles around you, which means finances are going to grow. There's going to be some type of lifting or lift up in finances. I also feel like it reminds me like of the Nine of Pentacles. And with the Nine of Pentacles, there is definitely a lot of balance here. This Nine of Pentacles talks to me saying money, your intuitive side is going to help you to be able to see just exactly where things are going, the way things are working out. The Nine of Pentacles also talks about, it represents that women in this content, but somebody's tied down to their responsibilities. Somebody feels like they're being held back in a way because of the lifestyle that you've created pretty much. And now you have to maintain something. So it's kind of hard because you got stuck in a situation, a relationship, um, either way, that you have to maintain now because of the lifestyle that you chose. However, there is still more to come for you. When we talk about the Wheel of Fortune, which also shows for you guys, the Wheel of Fortune is something that allows you to have choices, allows you to not feel so stuck in a situation. Some of you just don't know where to begin. A lot of you feel like you got to start over. Okay. Sometimes starting over is not a bad thing. This can definitely put you where you need to be. When we talk about, too, with the Wheel of Fortune, there's got to be something more for you, is what you keep saying. And I hear that. I definitely hear that. But I also feel like a lot of you, as the Nine of Swords, is worrying, stressed out, not sleeping well. I feel like a lot of you need to try to refocus on something, try to get something to settle you down, to calm you down. There's a balance here that's missing for a certain reason. Something's not in place where it should be right now because it's not supposed to be. But I also feel like with the Nine of Swords, there's going to be an understanding. There's going to be a better way. But the Nine of Swords sitting up in her bed like this is how I feel like you are. You've got your hands over your face. It feels like you've been jolted awake, like you just woke up suddenly, almost like from a bad dream. And at the same time, you were disturbed, you were scared, you were anxious, very worried. You know, with this dark wall behind you, it represents the negative thoughts that are weighing very heavily. Some of you are very much stuck in a negative thought, negative thinking. Where love is concerned, it also can stand for guilt or worry or anguish or pain that somebody has caused you. This Nine of Swords on this card also talks about you just might be, on the verge of walking away. You might decide to quit something. You might decide to give up on something. But this pain, this anguish that you're generating for yourself, unlike the Three of Swords, where people on the outside are responsible for your pain, the Three of Swords, it's other people causing you pain. But this is talking about you self-sabotaging. So be careful what you're doing. You definitely are showing and exhibiting a lot of fear and anxiety, but you don't need to. You might be dealing with a lot of worry, and I get it. You're torturing yourself pretty much. You're putting yourself through so much right now that you just don't need to. Your doubts are overwhelming you, and you're refusing to let these doubts go. You're allowing yourself to stay stuck in the situation. You keep having that record playing over and over again about all these troubles, things you've been through. The Swords, with the Three of Swords, with other people doing it, it hurts you. But when you talk about the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords can also indicate distress. You know, you got to observe something different. This feeling of guilt, or the guilt feeling that you've done something wrong to somebody else or something hurtful. For some of you, this could be your partner feeling overwhelmed with guilt for what they've done. For a lot of you, maybe you feel guilty for not having done something. Maybe you feel guilty for not walking away a long time ago. Maybe you feel guilty for not standing up for yourself. This is a warning that times are going to be difficult for a little while. But this is the time when the situation needs to be examined and judicious choices need to be made. So that's what it's talking about. Don't panic, okay? Don't panic. As you sit as the Queen of Cups, and that's what comes up for you next, is the Queen of Cups. And with the Queen of Cups, that is a great indication. That is definitely a relief coming. Queen of Cups is going to allow you to, you see it? Queen of Cups. It's going to allow you to be very kind in nature, very supportive. And the Queen of Cups, this woman sits here like you do on her throne, right at the edge of the sea. When her hands are holding this golden cup, it's showing that this queen, meaning you, your thoughts and feelings are coming from your subconscious mind. It's also your feminine side, male or female, it's the feminine side of you, a person who's kind and caring, very supportive, always doing for others, very sentimental. You have a very sensitive soul at that. But you are a very good listener. You're very empathic. Some of you are a mother. Some of you are a daughter, of course, a sister, a friend, or the partner who's always the one that's got her arms open with love and care. A lot of you sit here as this Queen of Cups. You have a decorative lid on a metaphor for holding deep love. So in other words, your wants and desires are all about wanting to be in love, wanting that great relationship, wanting to care for someone and having someone care for you. This is a very strong card of female energy, male or female, but it is definitely you showing your kindness and wanting to be supportive. But you have a very wise nature about you as well. The Queen of Cups strongly just keeps telling me how compassionate you are. So you're not going to settle down quickly as far as giving up on something. You wanted to walk away from something, but I just feel like you're going to keep pushing forward. You are a very mature person. Maybe the person you're dating or being with or have been with isn't as mature as you, doesn't see things in a lot of ways that you do. They don't look at the same perspective, they don't see the same perspective you do. But I can tell you, it's often when these court cards come up in a reading that they indicate an actual person. In this case, it feels like it's a female, again, who has been hurt in the past. For the month of January, as the Ten of Wands approach you, the Ten of Wands is going to talk about how strong you are, but how tired you are. You're tired of holding up everything. You're tired of keeping things together. You're tired of being the one that is responsible for this relationship to survive. You're definitely putting in hard work. You're definitely carrying all the burdens here. You have to delegate everything. You have to organize everything. You have to set everything up. You prepare things. You make sure everything is good. Everything is in order. A lot of you kind of know that your responsibilities are overwhelming and you're wanting help with this. I get it. But you are getting tired and you need to tell somebody that you're getting tired. At the end of the day, your last card comes up as the Page of Cups. But love is definitely on the way. This person is definitely wanting to bring love to you. This person is coming to make an offer, and that's what it talks about with the Page of Cups. Somebody's wanting to come and make an offer to you. Somebody is definitely hoping that you're going to see things their way, or that you're going to compromise with them to make this work. The Page of Cups can definitely signify that you're beginning to gain a level of emotional maturity that will allow you to be kind, compassionate, helpful, and affectionate. You're always loyal. There's no doubt about it. You're always loyal, so things are going to get better. This is not going to end. So be patient. But love is definitely coming your way. All right? For the month of January, you can expect, Capricorn, to have new things come in, new beginnings to start. But just know, most of all, you're going to have the support that you need so you don't have to keep carrying all these burdens by yourself. All right?